Good
Well, good evening,
evening.
sis.
It
How was your week?
was good. How was yours?
It was good. Had a rough night the other night, but I got through it. But that's to be expected, I guess.
It's part of the journey.
Part of the journey. Part of the journey.
Good
So,
days,
good days
bad days,
and indifferent.
mediocre.
Yes, yes, yes. So, this evening, first of all, we'd like to thank everyone for their support that have reached out to us, inbox us, text us, called us. It's been it's
Amazing.
amazing, like literally amazing. We've got really some good people in our life. We thank the people also that's on this journey or on their own journey, shall I say, that have reached out and have shown us so much love and so much caring behind the fact that we've accepted how to come out to talk about our journey and our healing process. So we want to thank you and thank you again, and continue to tune in, continue to reach out, continue to share our video with everyone, and let them know. And people that you know that may need to see the video or want to reach out, please continue. This is just the beginning of our journey. We got a whole goal that we're trying to reach. So
We've had calls, texts,
text from
inbox.
male and female.
Yes.
Male and female. So it's just does our heart so well to know that there are people out there that are battling the healing.
A similar process.
Yeah, the similar process. So thank you. And once again, thank you to our friends who text us and who called us, and who's just so proud of us being able to do this, because this is not easy. It's truly not easy, but um, it's therapeutic.
We felt the need to, share our story in hopes that it would help others, and it looks like, it is.
It is. It looks like it is, sis. So we're gonna touch base this tonight on a few different areas that we didn't touch base on last week. Each week there's going to be a different part of the journey that we share with you, that we like to talk to you about, of how we go through each day, one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time.
Or chapters of our journeys.
Chapters of our journeys,
Yeah.
exactly. And so we'd like to share with you that we've kind of labeled what we're doing understanding widows. That's not something we sat down and had to think a long time about. It just, we thought about it, and that was it. It wasn't
popped out.
It just popped out.
Yeah.
What should we label this? And I said understanding widows. That's what it is. It's understanding our journey. So we now have a Gmail account. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. So we are really out there on social media now, trying to take this to another level, and we'd like to reach out to as many people as we can. This is, like I said, once again, this is not easy. It's just a healing process that we're going through, and we're being truthful, and we're speaking from our heart. So I'm gonna let sis step in, and she can talk about some things that she's thought about this week, and then we'll come back over to me.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on, the stages of grief. Some people say there's 5, some say there's 7. Um, the one that stands out to me the most is acceptance. For me, acceptance came for me even while he was still alive. Because of, I don't think I mentioned what my husband passed away from. It was scleroderma. He was diagnosed April 2012, and by July 2013, he passed. But during that time, I believe my acceptance came within that time because of the process that he went through. So, even though it seemed sudden, it was still a process, a decline. And so during that time, it was, allowing me to accept where we were going, the ultimate final stages of it. Um, yeah, and I believe that's when my acceptance came. A lot of people, they go through these stages, and acceptance is sometimes, further down the road for, most. But for me, I truly believe it was during that time that we were going through the actual illness, the process of it all.
And so it's a lot different for me because I have literally just recently entered the healing process of the acceptance. It took me a long time to get there. Kept thinking at any point in time that my king was going to walk through the door, or he was going to greet me at the door and take my work bag, or he was going to run to my job and bring me lunch when his shift ended. There were so many different things that I was still looking forward to, or just hearing his voice. And so I found myself a few times backing into my garage and getting ready to go into our home, and I'm staying at the door because he always greeted me at the door to take my work bag. And so it's those little things for me that I had to adjust to. And so I say that to say, before we move any further tonight, let me speak to the husbands and the wives that are tuning in on what we're talking about with our grief. If you have a wife or a husband that you are married, I mean, you guys, you're wearing his last name. Please, please, please embrace that love. Anything that's minute, that's not important, let it go. Let what's going on in the inside of your house remain in the inside of your home. No one on the other side of the door needs to know your business. Take care of your business within house. I say that to say because there are so many married couples out here that have so many outside interferences that are not needed. And I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful to say that I never entered that issue with Chris. We didn't allow outside interference. We didn't allow outside drama. Whatever we did and however we did it as a team. And you're not competing with anyone. It's you and the person that you're married to. It's the two of you and God. There's no competition out here. There's enough love and there's enough to go around this world for everyone. There's enough grind for everyone. There's not a competition. So I say that now to say, once they're gone, they're gone. I embrace memories. I find that I knew that I posted a lot of pictures on social media. It got to the point with him where he would just say, okay, let's just take the picture, because he knew that I love pictures. And I'm so glad I took so many, because
Memories.
My pictures are my memories. So they come up on Facebook, and I just had an awesome picture come up yesterday of him and I from March of 21. And it was like the love in the picture, the embracement in the picture, me allowing him to know while he was here how grateful I was for him. I was very grateful for everything he did. We took care of each other, but he was a man of a man, a hardworking man, a man that grind, believed in a man taking care of his family, And I'm so glad. My heart always, always reminds me that I always thanked him and always told him how thankful and blessed I was to have him. Because a lot of times we become complacent and we don't share that information with our loved one, our husband, our spouses, when we have them here. And so something happens, and then something happens with someone else, and then you start to reevaluate. Well, have I said this to him lately or her lately or whatever? So once again, me and Danielle are not counselors. We are not certified to do anything. We're just speaking to you from our heart, trying to get you to understand that it takes two people to understand love. And I don't know if anyone zeroed in to the Regina King interview on Good Morning America yesterday, but she hadn't spoke out in a long time. She lost her husband. I believe he committed suicide.
No, her son.
Her son. Correction, her son. And to me, she said something that was so true yesterday. Grief is love. It's finding somewhere to go. You know for sure that it's in your heart, because your heart's broken. Or let me use another word. Your heart is shattered. There's a difference in broken and shattered. The shattered is in many, many pieces. And anyone that has had a broken heart before, broken hearts can mend and they do mend, depending on what it's been broken from. But grief is a whole different situation. There's an emptiness in your heart. There's an emptiness in your soul. And you're trying to figure out how you can recoup that. How, when, and where. But there's no time. There's no time. So it becomes one of those things where it becomes a part of your life. And you have no control over it. If you've met someone that have control over grief, please, under all circumstances, introduce them to me. Right. I'd like to meet them.
Because there's those stages where grief has the anger. Mm-hmm.
There's different stages.
Different stages. That anger. Have we felt that anger? Absolutely. And the anger stage is not just one moment. You could have it today, then tomorrow you can be feeling your best, then the next couple of days or a month later, or who knows how much further down the road later, but you can experience that anger again. Because you're experiencing anger because you've been tossed into this world that you weren't used to. Unknown.
It's the unknown world.
And you're angry, and it's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel what you need to feel. If you're angry today, let yourself feel that anger. If you're happy, let yourself feel that happiness. If you're sad, let yourself feel that sadness, but allow yourself to feel whatever it is you need to feel, because that is so necessary. Don't feel bad about being happy. Don't feel bad about being angry. Don't feel bad about being sad. Let yourself feel whatever you need to feel.
Whatever you need to feel, because the one thing that I found for me is that, so God is our protector at all times. He's with us all times of the day. But the husband that I had, he was my earthly protector. So when God called him home, I had to figure out, okay, now I knew that when I was with him, I didn't worry about anything because I knew that he was going to make sure that I was good at all times, whether it been opening the car door for me, which I'm finding that many men don't do that anymore. I don't understand why, but that's a whole different conversation. But whether it be opening the door or...
We're going to get on that later.
We'll get on that later. So, opening the door, or, walking in the grocery store and putting me in the inside lane and saying to me, why do you walk around me? You need to be in the inside lane. And I'm like, I'm just getting out the car. No, I'm going to move you in the inside lane. In other words, if somebody going to get hit, it's going to be him.
You're a protector.
He's my protector. He was my protector. So it's like, there's those minute small things that we pay no attention to as women that we should. I paid close attention to it because it was priceless to me. It was priceless to me. Whether it be me being at a function with him and just simply saying, hey, it's one of my functions. He may not know everybody, but I'm going to make his plate. There's just trials and tribulations and different things and different phases and stages that you go through in your relationship. But these are things that I'm so grateful for that
we miss.
Yeah. We miss them so very much. Him just walking in the door or smiling and just saying, how you doing today, or what's going on today, or your phone
3-4 o'clock in the morning, laughing because we wake up in the middle of the night and we're just cracking jokes and
laughing and just laughing. There's just so many things. Yeah. And here's the thing. So we talk about the grief that we're encountering from losing our spouses, our husbands, our forever loves at some point in time in our life. But there are people that have reached out to us that they've not been married, but they've lost a significant other that they've been with for a very long time. And let me tell you, it's so heart-wrenching because they reach out to you and you talk to them and you can just feel where you used to be at some point. That dark area in your life where everything to you is dark. Everything around you is dark. The house is dark. Getting in your car is dark. Even looking at people are dark. Everything around you is dark, and you're in a funnel, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to come out of this. And so when you do finally pull yourself out, because let me tell you, sis, it's a funnel. literally. And I'm gonna say this when we do our videos. I thank this woman. She reached out to me because she could sense where I was in my life, because she had been there. And I have other friends that reached out to me and that was there. You know, we're not going to let you stay where you're at, mentally or physically. I'm not ashamed to talk about these things because it's your inner feeling. You can ignore it, you can try to ignore it, but it's of existence, you know. So now,
And don't ignore it. You have to face it. Don't ignore it. I found, like I said, through this journey, I had to get to a place where it was, because I would sometimes be like, oh, I shouldn't be crying. I've been crying too much. Or, no, cry. If you need to cry, cry.
yeah,
Ball up in the corner of the couch, bed, whatever. Take those moments and let yourself feel what it is you need to feel. Do not be ashamed of it. Do not feel like you've been in this place too long. If that's what you're feeling, that's what you're feeling. You have to address it. Don't try to deny it, because it's real. And you have to go through it. I found myself in the beginning trying to not face what I was going through. In the beginning it was, oh, I don't have time to feel sad because I had my kids. My kids were still in school. They still had to live their lives and I had to be there for them. They still had things, going through school. They still had to get that done. So it was like, okay, I don't have time to be sad. And God puts you in a place at the right time. In the beginning, it was, I don't have time to face this grief. I've got things to do. I had to get my kids together. Got my kids together. And then God said, okay, now it's time for you to face this. And even still, I was still a little reluctant to accepting, not so much accepting, but allowing myself to grieve. But then I got to a place where it was just like, okay, Bonnie, Danielle, to y'all. You've got to allow yourself to cry. You've got to allow yourself to feel. And it's not that I didn't accept the fact that he was gone, because I had already mentally, accepted that. Right. It was allowing myself to feel it, to feel the emotions, So it took me a while. It took a while, but I got there, and now I'm on this journey of allowing myself to feel whatever it is I need to feel. If I want to cry today, I'm going to cry. If I want to scream today and I want to yell at God and be like, God, why did you do this? That's what I'm going to do, because he understands. If I want to be happy and go kick it with my girl, we going to kick it. Yeah. So don't ever feel bad about whatever you're feeling that day. Allow it.
And you do. And Sis made a good point. You do get to a point where you start to talk to God about a whole lot. And he knows. Here's what you can do. You can't deny what's in your heart, because God knows your heart. So you can say, well, I'm not feeling this way, but I was very angry with God. I was very, very angry with him for a very long time, because you got all these people, and this is what I said. You got all these people that have no purpose in the world right now.
I remember when she said that.
I told this to, I'm like, what are these people doing? They're self-destructing. They're out here killing people, doing whatever. But you're taking the good people from heavenly earth, away from family, away from spouses. What are you doing? Like, how could you have done this to a man who everyone that knew him said nothing but good about him? Everything about him. He was always the same. He was a hard worker. There was nothing bad that you could say about C.E. Harris. And here was the thing for me. I was one of those wives that was very grateful and very blessed, because when he passed, I didn't have side chicks coming out of the bushes. That part, okay? I didn't have side chicks sending wreaths to the funeral home. It just makes your heart feel good. You know what I mean? Because you're grieving, and now you got to deal with all these other issues that's going on that you knew nothing about. Now that right there is horrific. That's terrible. So I had to continue to have my conversation with God because, you know, we have to remember as human beings, we watched what his son went through, and God could have stopped it, and he never did. He never did. So, you know, it's, for me, it's to the point where, you know, I guess I can say that I'm trying to make myself or convince myself that it is what it is, you know.
Things happen for a reason.
Things happen for a reason, you know, and like I said, you have helped me so much through this process. You know, I can call her, because we're in different stages of our grief.
2 years. 11 years, 2 years.
2 years, you know, and so it's been definitely a challenge. It has challenged me in so many different ways in my life.
I can say though, I saw the moment when a little twinkle came back.
Yeah.
A part of her healing journey, her coming around.
Yeah.
When her smile changed somewhat, I saw it.
Yeah.
Because I could see it in the beginning, and then I could see the change, the gradual change.
And it's so funny because smiling was the first, first year. Smile for what? It's like
you could see it in your eyes, your smile.
See it in my eyes. You can see it in my smile. But I smile now.
You actually laugh, real laughs.
I actually do. I actually laugh, real. I actually real laugh. I had I got a lot of sis that's in my life that I call sis. We have different mothers, but this one in particular, sis said to me. She's been in my life for a very long time. She's the one that makes my hair look so beautiful. But she said to me one day that, she'd call from time to time, and she said, what you had with your husband, people don't get in a lifetime. When I tell you that was one of the highest compliments ever to me, it flattered my heart because it's the truth. What I had with him, people don't see, women don't see in a whole lifetime. They don't. And it's not the materialistic items. It's not that at all. It's the love from the man that you receive. Mm-hmm. It's knowing that he got your back when don't nobody else have your back. Literally, he might not always agree with what decisions that you make, but he gonna make sure you make the best decision together. Mm-hmm. That's what a real man does. So, that, as I say, that my grandmother's old-fashioned saying is, you should never go to bed angry with the man or the woman that you love. Now, that's true.
I believe that.
I believe that.
Or you can be angry, but you always kiss him goodnight.
You always say goodnight. Always say
give
goodnight.
Give a kiss.
You can kiss.
Goodnight.
I don't care if it's on his forehead. You can hit him hard.
I love you, but you do.
Yeah, you getting my nerves right now. You getting my nerves right now. I got to drink some water today. You getting my nerves right now.
But you kiss that man goodnight. Or you kiss your wife goodnight. Mm-hmm. Because you never know.
You say, I love you, but I just don't like you.
I love you, but you get on my damn nerves.
And you just kind of like, and as time going, it just kind of smooches over, whatever. But, I'm glad that, I will say this, I think I'm so grateful in my heart that when Chris got so very sick, we were good. Like, sometimes things happen and you've had like a small argument, or you look at your phone at work sometimes and he or she that made you mad, you'd be like, I'm not talking to him or her right now. And it's your husband. I just want them to think I'm busy or whatever. Don't ignore those phone calls and don't ignore those texts. Might be your last one. Mm-hmm. Might be your last one. So I'm so very grateful that we were good. No kind of arguments or anything like that. Our family was good, So we want to encourage people. Like, this is new for me because anybody that know me know that I keep a lot of things about me and my life close to the vest. But what I'm not going to do is keep how I feel about grief and how I feel about him close to the vest. I'm going to put it out there.
Share it.
I'm going to share it. I've started the CE Here's Foundation with the golf tournament. Not sure where it's going to be at for this year. We're kind of working on that. We've had it at the Toledo Country Club for the last couple of years, and it's been a really, really nice event. It's turned out to be really, really nice.
Had a ball last year.
Had a really good time, and it was
nice.
supposed to rain, and I was getting dressed for the tournament, and I was like, God, no, no, I don't want my golfers getting rained on. And just as we got started, the clouds kind of went out of the way. I called her. I was like, sis, it looks like it's getting ready to rain. No. And as I said that, we prayed about it, and and everything ended up being, the sun came out, and a big thank you to all my golfers, everybody that steps up and helps me, my Culp family in Columbus. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. My brother, I appreciate everyone that kind of steps in. Henderson, and appreciate you. Appreciate all the guys that have golfed in the tournament each year, and have, it's usually on a Monday, so you have to take the day off. And I've never gotten a kickback. I've never gotten a kickback that we're not going to do it because it's work day. So it just lets me know how not only you feel about me, but how you felt about Chris. So it's one of those things that I'm very grateful for, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. The foundation is growing. It's growing relatively slowly, but it's growing.
It's growing.
It's growing.
Progress.
So making progress. We donated to the Flight Girls last year, so that was good. So we're gonna keep on moving forward, and we just want you guys, and ladies and guys, to know that reach out to us. You have questions, you're grieving, whether it be your husband, and
whatever you want to hear us discuss.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Yep, let us know.
If you want to know how we handled it, if you could be going through it right now, and someone pointed out to me that even if you haven't experienced a loss, loss is inevitable. You may not have experienced it right now, but everyone at some point is going to experience it. So what we're doing here, is we, talk about widows, but it can help, I believe, everyone. Everyone can take away from this. Because like I said, death is inevitable. And,
yes,
give us those questions.
It is. Get us those questions. Reach out. This is growing. We've got a goal that we're on a mission. We eventually want to start speaking in person. We want to meet people. We want to talk to people. Yes. I'm going to move forward with his legacy, and so is Danielle, with their legacies, and keep it going. Because let me tell you, you can go to concerts and you can talk to people, but literally talking to someone that's going through it, it is phases and stages of grief. And people grieve for a very long time. There's no time limit on grief.
No.
I don't know. I feel like it was just yesterday. I've moved forward with my life, and I try to have as much fun as I can now, because he would, as I said last week, he would want me to. But his presence not being here is really different. Because, doggone, I told y'all last week, I'm back on the market. I'm back on the market. Can you believe it? I wouldn't have. Who would have ever thought?
Nobody want to be out here.
I'm back on the market. Like I said, this one want to get married again, but I'm on the market, and this market, let me tell you,
gotta weed through.
Oh my goodness, it's rough out here, But here's the thing.
Tie me down.
Unless you want to be tied down, there she go.
I want to be out here. It's treacherous.
But here's the thing, though. You can't rush God.
No.
And the thing about it is, the journey that I'm on right now is a part of my journey here on Heavenly Earth. And would I have ever thought that the journey had gone this way? No, but it's not my journey. I'm walking the journey. Let me rephrase that, but it's God's journey. And so obviously it must be meant for me to be by myself right now for whatever reason. I don't know what that reason may be. But in the meantime, and in between time, I'm going to try to help others and talk to others. And I'm going to be the can that I am. Anybody know can, no can.
Can.
Can. The keep it real can. I'm not going to sugarcoat it with anyone. I'm not going to give fake anything to anybody. If I either love you or I don't. And if you feel the same about me, that's great. If you don't, that's fine too. But we just try to keep it as positive as we can, and we're enjoying, like I said, each other's time. We look forward to our Fridays and getting, our videos done to reach out to people. So keep the texts coming, keep the inboxes coming, talk to your friends and people that you know that may be grieving, that have lost a spouse, or just may even have a spouse that's not feeling well, or that's really, really sick and not sure what they need to do. Reach out to us, talk to us, ask us questions,
Yes.
Let us know how you're feeling. Because I'm going to tell you, if someone would have told me a year ago that I would have been able to sit down, tonight we are actually doing the video out of Danielle's home, but if someone would have told me that I would have been able to sit down and talk about this horrific grief that I have in my heart and to discuss the things that had happened with Chris, I would have told them, you have lost your mind.
Yeah, because when I met her, she didn't want to talk. I would text her sometimes, and I'd be looking at my phone waiting for her to text back. Still no can. Nah, but I was relentless.
Yeah.
I said, okay, no, this is what we're not going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I knew the deep hole that you could get yourself into, and I knew that, someone had to reach in, pull you out. So get someone you can trust, you can rely on. If it's not us, find someone that you can talk to openly with, and just express all of the emotions that you need to express. Find that person.
Because this right here, this phone, texts and phone calls and was coming through this phone. And at one point I was like, why am I even paying a bill? I couldn't care but doggone about a phone, a text, a phone call, or nothing. I had inboxes and phone calls and texts, people just checking on me. So here's the thing. I'm not going to apologize for that, because I was someplace in my life that I had never been. And for those that could not understand that, and things that went on in your life that I knew nothing about, if you're judging me for that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the judgment. But what I'm not going to apologize for is where I was in my life. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to stay above water. So at that point in time, people that love you, they keep pushing the button, poking the bear, pushing the button and poking the bear. And I remember looking at her text on the holiday. It was Thanksgiving. She texted me, and I'm like, she just texted me earlier. And I'm like, let me text her back, because the fact that she thought about me, the fact that all my friends thought about me, whatever. So that first year, let me tell you, the holidays and the birthdays, and I would say my birthday for sure. Chris didn't really care a whole lot about his birthday, but I'm a birthday lady. He had one day. All my close friends know he had one day. I told him when I met him.
You better know. You did birthday.
You can, any other day of the year, Valentine's Day, Christmas, we do whatever. It wasn't big, but January 20th, mountains, boundaries, everything was supposed to be moved. That was my day, and still my day. Birthdays are real special to me. I think it's your personal day, and you reach out to people that you love on their birthday, because it's not guaranteed you're going to have another one. So I take and hold birthdays very near to my heart. So we just wanted to get on here this evening, and once again, it's Understanding Widows. Each week we're going to talk about a different phase and journey that we're
Thank you to Mel.
Mel, thank you for these beautiful shirts. I don't know if you guys can see them, but it says, I know heaven is a beautiful place because they have my husband. That's what these shirts say tonight. So he up there, doing what he do. Robert up there doing what he do. They're doing what they do, and they're watching over us and protecting us every day. I hope simply from evil. There's a whole lot of that going on, And once again, Mel's Creations. You guys reach out to Mel. She makes some of the cutest shirts ever. I sent her a text and was like, I need these shirts. And I need them like ASAP. And they were here, So Melanie Mel, thank you so very much. We appreciate you. These are perfect. This is what we wanted. And to our other friends that we have.
The support we've received
from them, that we received to encourage us to keep going. It's just been amazing, To our Tripoli sisters, thank you so much.
Yes.
We have gotten so much support from them. Everybody's been reaching out and calling us and stuff. So you know, it just kind of makes you feel really, really nice and really,
Telling
really
us
good.
how proud they are.
Proud of us, you know,
we
whatever.
Love y'all.
We love y'all.
That meant so much to wake up that next morning and see the comments, the calls, the texts.
I mean, we have.
Yeah.
We haven't checked today, but we have like close to 1,400 views
It's
from
over
last week.
1,400.
It's over 1,400
Yeah.
views, and we're not going to talk about the comments and everything. So this is moving in the direction we wanted to move in, and we are forever grateful.
Thank you.
You know, I can't say thank you enough. So to everybody that's viewing in, you know, let us
Keep
know.
viewing in.
Keep viewing in.
Let
Keep
us
viewing
know
in.
what you want us to talk about.
Let us know. Ask us questions. You know,
Yes.
ask us, you know, our inner thoughts about, you know, how we feel or whatever, and, you know, which direction, you know, kind of going with all of that, you know, because we want to know. And here's the thing about it too. Once again, I say it all the time. We trying to figure this thing out.
We are. So
We're trying to figure it out. We're
help
trying
us
to
navigate this thing. You
we're
know,
trying to figure out what's going on, and for the men,
help us help you.
help us help you. And
Yes.
once again, for the men that, you know, we put that comment out there last week, we got some feedback on that too. Married men, married men, and men that have somebody. We meant what we said. We meant what we said. That's okay to be friends. So you know, it's been a good thing. You know,
It's been a good thing.
It's been a good thing.
And
so
we look forward to doing more.
looking forward to it. And like I said, I think every day we kind of checking off because we need a vacation. And then I just see we also need a road trip. We need a road trip too.
It's
so
time.
it's
Got some
time.
restaurants we need to check out.
Some restaurants that we need to check out. So, but anyway, everybody have a good night. We tell you thank you, and we will be talking to you guys really soon again. And we are tuning in this evening from Miss Danielle's home. Beautiful, relaxing, and cozy. Got our glasses going on. And I don't drink coffee,
Ting,
but,
ting, ting.
but I do have some water. So,
So thank you, and
Thank you,
until
thank you.
next week.
until next
Mwah.
week. Mwah. Peace out. Bye.